Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, the 25th of July, 2014. We are at Chios, the island of the winds, at Lithi, which was our first trip this summer for holidays. And this is John Faraclas from Allaboutshipping.co.uk. Let's start with the markets. The markets that this site and this medium has predicted all along. The Baltic Dry Index has closed at 739 points, up 7 since yesterday, and also up 7 since last week of 732 points. So we have a slight increase of the index. The index, though, on the 22nd of July, on last Tuesday, went down even to 723, which is 66.67% down overall from December's closing of 2013 at 2,227 points. So we are seeing a slight volatility. We are seeing overall a downward trend market, and we have the indexes playing around because the second major index, which is the Baltic Cape Size Index, closed down 8 points at 1,193. Which is, of course, minus 42 since last week. So we here have a caution on the big size. On the other hand, the Baltic Panamax Index, the BPI, closed up 10 points at 606, which is also up 10 points since last week. Not any major gains here. On the other hand, we have a gain at 679 points of the BSI Index, and overall it went 13 since last week's 659 points. Not the same, of course, figures and plus on the BHSI, which closed down 1 point at 357,357 points, which is minus 15 points since last week's 372 points. The BTTI was slightly down and the BCTI was slightly up. Not major things here. Of course, the DTI went below the 1,000 points, and this is something which one has to be cautious of. So, a market with no promises as yet, a market where, as we have explained, the overcapacity has nothing to do with the state of the market. The market needs people to know where to find the cargoes to fix their ship. This is the trick. So the best, the most capable ones, they will do it. The rest will go under. And this will trigger further tremors in the industry. Wait and see some bankruptcies coming up on a worldwide basis of ship owners who have built expensive ships. They have a big exposure in their debts in the banks, and that's crucial. On the other hand, many have complained to me about the introduction of the funds. The funds introducing money are distorting. These are the words of people of the industry. I am of another view. Let the funds play their game too. It's an open market. It's a free market. A market that if somebody wants to say anything, they should have regulated the levels at which somebody could build as many ships as he likes. And they did it and they have it. So let them burn now. They have to be not greedy, they have to be cautious, and they have to pay the hefty penalty of bankruptcy, which is looming at the background. Now, issues, which are geopolitical issues affecting our industry. We will start, of course, with the Middle East. The Middle East is on fire. So we would like to see some caution here. Those that they are adamant on their views, they should come down to their senses before they come down to their knees. I'm not saying what many people are saying to me, come on, it's a one-side story. No. It's not one-sided story. It's two-sided stories. Both sides are to blame in the conflict between Israel and the Palestinians, and to a wider effect, to the wider area there. So we have important issues. So being impartial, we have to stay impartial. It's both to blame. You need two in a tango after all. So there you are. But caution from both sides, I repeat, from both sides, because the shit will hit the fan. And we would not like to see counterattacks from the Arab world to disturb us, which they have done so many times, because they feel that they are left behind from the West. Both of them, they must come down and have not a ceasefire. I don't like ceasefire. I would like permanent peace. If they want to fight a bloody war, let them fight it. I'm sorry to say so. But we don't like to be disturbed ourselves. Because from the Straits of Gibraltar down to the South China Sea, the world is on fire. Ukraine, it's going worse. We have told you so. We'll be accurately, and we have repeatedly and vehemently said that the thing will go from worse to worse. We've got two more air disasters, one of Algeria and one of Transasia. Not nice stories. Coming back to the Malaysian flight which was lost above the MH17 flight, above a disputed area between possibly Ukraine and Russia from the rebels, or whatever you can call it. If the truth comes out, the truth of the fatal flight 370 of MH Malaysia Airlines will come out, will be held. Nothing can be hidden. Those who hide the story, what has happened, they have to bear the blame. We all know that we live in 2014 and we have all the equipment to monitor from satellites, from wherever you call it, who has fired a missile. We know very well what is going on. So let the press stop fooling around and giving wrong information to the international public. This is not true. We know exactly how things are happening. From those of us who've been in the armed forces, we know damn well that everything is being monitored. We are very much concerned about these accidents, we'll have to call it an accident, because as numerous times we've said, and in this report, above what you see now, we have always a written report, we are very upset because we have seafarers traveling, going to join their ship or returning back, earning their due after 6 or 7, 9 or possibly 12 months. We've got marine engineers, port captains, you name it, going around the world, and would not like to see any disturbances. We have people going for maritime tourism on board cruise ships. They have to join the port of call, the hub ports, and start their cruise with airplanes. So we would like to make sure we are not going to be disturbed. So here we are in the middle of the summer with many issues around, issues that will really bring things to the fore. Despite the Northern Hemisphere summer holidays, we have to be cautious of what is happening. Let's make sure we enjoy our holidays, we sit down, we relax, we pause, and we find solutions. Every problem has a solution. And lastly, let's say that Europe must get its act together before it is too late on the economic front. This is very, very important issue. This is John Faraclas from Chios, the island of the wind, from Almiriki Hotel in the southwest of the island at Lithi Port, a lovely place, the first place, as we said in the preamble of this 28th report of the markets, the first tip for holidays. So enjoy the holiday, be on guard, and do what is appropriate to be successful in this business. Have a nice weekend. From John Faraclas and all at Allaboutshipping. Over and out.